And out of those matings, I probably raised 17 or 18 stags. And they didn't have some of them didn't have a real round body, and that didn't satisfy me because back then we fought a lot of gaff, and I always liked a good round body on a rooster. And so out of the 18, I killed half of them because they had a hatchet breast, or what some people refer to as a deep kill. So anyway, I was talking to Abraham, and I told him I did raise that many stags, but I killed half of them, and he said, well, why'd you kill them? And I said, well, because of the breast. The breast wasn't real round. And Abraham says, oh my gosh, don't kill those. Those are the best ones. And out of those first matings, Billy and I started fighting those roosters in the long knife, and they were all 3- and 4-time winners. It was unbelievable how well they crossed with everything I crossed them with, the grays, the chainsaws, the round heads. And the best outing I had with those McRae blacks crossing, I had started fighting some mains for a customer in California by the name of Emilio Becerra. And we won 2 mains in TJ one year in August, and he wanted me to go to Mexicali and fight 2 7-cock mains in October. And I never had conditioned roosters in my life in October. But I was fighting and selling chickens for a living at the time, so I agreed to go. And I carried the ones that had the tails coming in and were best shape in October were the black grays and the hatch blacks. And we took them over there, flew them into Emilio's farm in California. 3 days later, we drove back to Calexico, crossed over into Mexicali, and I was unsure what kind of facilities I was going to have. Well, it turned out I didn't have any facilities. Kept them roosters in U-Haul boxes in 2 motel rooms. I put 10 in one room and 10 in the other. And I was just scared to death that I was going to get whipped hauling roosters in the moat, and never had trained them in the moat. The first night with those blacks, we won 5 and lost 2, won the main with no problem. The second night, we won 7 straight, 12 and 2 in October. And it was just unbelievable how well these roosters fought and how they cut. You couldn't hardly kill them. And I went to Sunset later on that year, and Ray Alexander walked up to me, and he was a breeder from Alabama. A lot of people probably remember him. Ray asked me what were those blacks I was fighting in Mexico. I guess it had spread all over the United States. And Ray asked me, and I told him they were McRae crosses on my gray blood and hatch blood. And Ray looked at me with a real puzzled look, and he said, he called him by his first name. He said, whenever William had those blacks, they were rank dunghills. I looked at Ray and I said, well, I don't know, Ray.